Man, J.J. McCarthy finally put on a show at TCO Performance Center, delivering his best practice performance yet in front of a packed crowd of Minnesota Vikings fans. Seeing our rookie quarterback command the huddle and rip a 60-yard touchdown to Jordan Addison is exactly what we needed to see this early in training camp. This situation boils down to two things: how much immediate impact he can have and what this implies for the entire offense this season. The deeper you look into this tape, the more there is to unpack. Drop a like, subscribe, and let's break it down. The Vikings faithful finally packed the bleachers at the TCO Performance Center on Saturday to witness a pivotal moment for our franchise, as 22-year-old quarterback J.J. McCarthy delivered his most impressive performance of training camp so far. As the team's top draft prospect tasked with anchoring our future, McCarthy has faced immense pressure to prove he can operate Kevin O'Connell's complex offense at a high level. On this fourth day of camp, the young signal caller stepped up during a high-energy, full-speed session, highlighted by a beautiful 60-yard touchdown strike to Jordan Addison that soared over the second-team defense. Think about it this way. For a team transitioning into a new era, seeing this kind of poise during an intense summer practice provides us with a glimpse of the leadership we have been craving. Throughout the afternoon, he was sharp in red zone drills, throwing 3 touchdowns in a 7-on-7 period and demonstrating an improved ability to layer passes with soft touch, particularly when connecting with TJ Hawkinson. While he wasn't perfect, recording a few missed reads and would-be sacks, the lack of any interceptions was a sign of genuine growth and composure. Following the session, he solidified his standing with the local crowd by spending significant time signing autographs for hundreds of supporters, showing a maturity that goes beyond just his arm talent. The emotional weight of this performance was palpable among the fans in attendance, as many of us walked away feeling a rare sense of optimism regarding our quarterback position. While the progress is undeniably encouraging, we have to address the looming reality of the schedule ahead. With the first padded practice set for Monday, the question remains whether McCarthy can maintain this same level of accuracy and command when the defensive intensity inevitably ramps up to a much more physical, high-stakes level of competition. Josh Metellus signing a contract extension while simultaneously landing on the injury report is a sudden, unexpected development that reminds us how thin the margin for error is in this league. This move underscores the front office's commitment to core defensive versatility, locking in a player who has become the chess piece for defensive schemes over recent seasons. While the ankle issue is currently described as minor, it serves as a sharp reminder of the physical toll training camp demands from veterans. Historically, this team has seen similar defensive leaders manage minor ailments during July, only to return fully ready for the rigors of the regular season schedule against rivals like the Green Bay Packers or the Chicago Bears. Behind closed doors, general manager Nolan Teasley and head coach Kevin O'Connell are likely viewing this as a strategic precaution, prioritizing the long-term health of a key asset over the immediate reps during the sweltering heat of these early sessions. Let's be real, seeing defensive mainstays like Harrison Smith or Isaiah Rodgers also sidelined reinforces the team's reliance on depth pieces like Theo Jackson and Jay Ward, who are now receiving invaluable snaps with the starting group. This unexpected situation forces the coaching staff to stress test their roster depth, which is exactly how a team builds resilience for a grueling 17-game campaign. Seeing these defensive changes reminds us that while the headline is the growth of our young quarterback, the foundation of this team remains a stout, adaptable defense that can withstand individual absences. By securing Metellus long-term, the leadership is signaling a clear vision for the secondary despite the inevitable fluctuations of injury and roster adjustment. It is a calculated gamble on stability that we hope pays off when the lights turn on for the real games this fall. Now that we have covered the highlights from the TCO Performance Center, let us shift our focus toward the broader implications for this upcoming season. This is where it gets real, because seeing J.J. McCarthy command the offense during such a sweltering practice indicates that the organization is ready to embrace a new era of quarterback play. The immediate impact on our depth chart is significant, as McCarthy is clearly separating himself from the pack, which provides Kevin O'Connell with much more flexibility when structuring the final roster. With veterans like Jonathan Greener demonstrating that the defensive front is prepared to be a force, We are seeing a balanced team identity take shape before our very eyes. These developments are vital because they directly influence how we will stack up against the Bears, the Lions, and the Packers later this autumn. If our signal caller continues to layer the ball with such touch, we will be far more dangerous in high-stakes divisional games where every yard counts. Furthermore, having a young quarterback who can extend drives helps our defensive unit stay rested, which is a major factor for our playoff aspirations as we navigate the grueling schedule. The ability to find depth pieces like Lucky Jackson also strengthens our bench for those inevitable injuries that happen during a long campaign. While we still have the physical test of training and pads ahead, the foundational elements are now falling into place. We are watching a team that is not just talented, but also remarkably focused on the details that turn good squads into legitimate contenders. By establishing this level of consistency in July, we are setting the standard for the challenges that await us in the winter months. It is an encouraging start for everyone who has been waiting for this team to reach its full potential. JJ McCarthy showing such natural command at the TCO Performance Center is the kind of development that gives us real hope for this franchise. The upside here is clear because a quarterback with that level of poise at just 22 years old can shorten a rebuild significantly. By layering his passes and maintaining focus even on a sweltering July day, he demonstrates the kind of maturity we have craved for years. And honestly, the risk remains that we are still watching training camp football where the defense is not yet allowed to hit the quarterback with full force. While the deep ball to Jordan Addison looked beautiful, we must remember that consistent accuracy against high-pressure NFL defensive schemes is a different challenge entirely. Media analysts across the league are already debating whether McCarthy or other young signal callers like those in Chicago or Washington represent the next generation of greatness. But it is premature to crown anyone after just a few practices. The hype surrounding these early sessions can often mask the steep learning curve that awaits once the regular season begins in September. Here is where I land on this. While I am absolutely thrilled by his effort to stay behind and sign autographs for every single fan, we should temper our expectations for immediate perfection. It is fantastic to see him connect with talented receivers like Jalen Nailor and TJ Hawkinson, but building chemistry takes time that no amount of summer practices can fully replicate. The defense looked formidable with Jonathan Greenard setting the edge, which actually serves as the best possible proving ground for our rookie. If he can continue to handle that kind of pressure without throwing interceptions, he will certainly earn the starting job. But let us keep a steady hand as we watch this journey unfold throughout the coming weeks. When we synthesize these training camp developments with the clear upward trajectory of our roster, it becomes evident that the franchise is entering a transformative era under Kevin O'Connell. This organization is not merely building for a single successful season. We are witnessing the structural foundation of a team designed to remain competitive for the next several years. And the more I look at this, the reality sets in that JJ McCarthy is the true catalyst for this sustained ambition, showing the maturity to command the huddle while maintaining a genuine connection with our passionate fan base. You should feel incredibly confident heading into this season, primarily because the coaching staff is successfully layering the offense with a blend of proven veterans like TJ Hawkinson and Aaron Jones alongside hungry depth pieces like Lucky Jackson. Watching Jonathan Greenard dominate the trenches ensures that our defense will remain a physical force, while the consistent performance of Will Reichard provides the stability we have desperately needed in the kicking game. We have a franchise quarterback who can make every throw and a support system that is clearly clicking as we transition into our first padded practice sessions on Monday. It is rare to see this level of composure from a rookie signal caller, and his dedication to the fans suggests he understands the responsibility of wearing the purple and gold. As we look ahead to these upcoming weeks, I want to ask you a specific question based on today's standouts. Do you believe Lucky Jackson has done enough during these camp sessions to secure a spot as the primary receiver behind the starters? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Skol! I'll see you in the next one.